Have you ever wondered how muscles grow? What's the magic behind those bulging biceps and defined abs? Welcome to the intriguing world of muscle growth, an intricate process that's more than just lifting heavy weights and chugging protein shakes. It's a complex dance of biology, nutrition, and exercise science, a symphony commanded by our very own bodies. You've likely heard a myriad of theories about muscle growth. Do you need to lift heavy weights, or will light weights do? Does the pump actually contribute to muscle growth? Is it all about genetics, or can anyone achieve a well-defined physique? Now it's time to separate fact from fiction and dive into the compelling science behind muscle growth. We'll debunk common misconceptions, explore the role of diet and rest, and explain how your body transforms effort into strength and size. Intrigued yet? Stick around as we delve into the fascinating science of muscle growth. To understand muscle growth, we first need to take a quick dive into the anatomy of muscles. Our muscles, the powerhouses of our bodies, are complex structures. At the most basic level, muscles are composed of tiny, thread-like fibers. These muscle fibers are the building blocks of our muscles. Each muscle in our body is a bundled group of these fibers, all working in harmony. Now, these fibers are interesting little fellows. They have the ability to contract and relax. It's through this contraction and relaxation that we're able to move, lift, and perform all sorts of physical activities. When you flex your bicep, for instance, those fibers are contracting. When you let your arm fall, they're relaxing. Simple, right? But here's the kicker. These fibers aren't just static structures. They're dynamic, they're alive, and they're constantly changing in response to how we use our muscles. Now that we've got the basics down, let's get down to the nitty-gritty of how muscles actually grow. Muscle growth, or as scientists call it, muscle hypertrophy, is a fascinating process. It's a symphony of cellular reactions, all working in harmony to repair and strengthen your muscles after a workout. But what exactly is happening beneath the surface? When we engage in resistance training, we're essentially causing micro damage to our muscle fibers. This might sound concerning, but in fact, it's a crucial part of the muscle building process. As we strain and stress our muscles, tiny tears occur in the muscle fibers. These tears are like a distress signal, alerting the body that it's time to get to work. In response to this signal, your body springs into action, sending in satellite cells, which are essentially muscle repair agents. These cells use protein from your diet to repair the damaged fibers, making them stronger and more resilient than before. This is muscle hypertrophy in action, but it's not just about the damage and repair cycle. Hormones also play a key role. When you exercise, your body releases growth hormone and testosterone, which further stimulate muscle protein synthesis and promote the growth of muscle fibers. So, you might be thinking, all I need to do is lift heavy things and my muscles will grow. Well, there's a bit more to it than that. Yes, resistance training is a critical part of the equation, but remember, it's just one piece of a much larger puzzle. Building muscle isn't just about lifting weights. Proper nutrition and rest are equally important. Picture this. Your body is a construction site, and the food you eat acts as the building blocks. Without proper materials, how can you expect to build a strong, sturdy structure? Protein in particular plays a crucial role. It's the primary component of muscle tissue. It aids in repairing and rebuilding your muscles after an intense workout. But here's where many get it wrong. Consuming protein shakes doesn't guarantee muscle growth. It's the overall daily protein intake that matters. So don't shy away from those eggs, lean meats, and legumes. But your body isn't a machine. It needs downtime to repair and grow. That's where sleep comes in. During sleep, your body releases growth hormones which facilitate muscle recovery and growth. So if you're skimping on those Z's, you're likely hindering your progress. Aim for 7 to 9 hours of quality sleep every night. And let's debunk another myth while we're at it. More exercise doesn't always translate to more muscle. Overtraining can lead to muscle loss and injury. It's during rest that your muscles actually grow. So listen to your body and give it the rest it needs. Remember, muscle growth is a holistic process, and neglecting any one aspect can hamper your progress. Let's quickly recap the science behind muscle growth. We've journeyed through the fascinating world of muscle anatomy, the process of hypertrophy, and the crucial role of nutrition and rest. It's been quite the ride, hasn't it? We started off with a dive into the basics of muscle anatomy. We discovered that muscles are made up of individual fibers, which are, in turn, composed of myofibrils. These myofibrils are the real heavy lifters, contracting and expanding to create movement. Next, we tackled the science of muscle hypertrophy. Hypertrophy is the process by which our muscles grow in size. When we lift weights, we cause microscopic damage to our muscle fibers. The body's response is to repair this damage, and in the process it overcompensates, building the muscle fibers back bigger and stronger than before. But it's not just about the weights we lift. Nutrition and rest play equally important roles in muscle growth. When we eat, we provide our bodies with the raw materials it needs to repair and grow our muscles. Protein in particular is vital, providing the building blocks for muscle tissue. And rest. That's when the real magic happens. While we sleep, our body is hard at work repairing those damaged muscle fibers and promoting growth. So we see that muscle growth is a complex process, a delicate balance of stress and recovery, breaking down and building up. It's not just about lifting heavy weights, it's about lifting the right weights, eating the right foods, and getting the right amount of rest. And finally, remember that everyone is different. What works for one person may not work for another. It's all about finding the balance that works for you, listening to your body, and adjusting your approach as needed. So, there you have it, the fascinating science of muscle growth. Remember, it's not just about lifting heavy, it's about lifting smart.